Topic: Do not bear malice. Do not bear malice. If malice leads you astray, your grave will be dug next to the malicious. Malice is born of hell, and your malice is part of it. It's the enemy of your faith. Since you can also be a portion of hell, take care. The part gravitate towards its whole. Whoever is bitter will gather with the bitter. Vain breathings and lies can't be joined with truth. Oh brother, you are what you think. As for the rest of you, it's only flesh and bone. If your thought is a rose, you are a rose garden. If your thoughts are thorns, you are just kindling for the bath stove. Topic: Lasting kindness. Go and be kind, for time is aware of kindness, and he will not take kindness away from the kind. Material things outlast everyone and will outlast you too. But better for you is that kindness will outlast you. Topic: I was a treasure. It is from my kindness that the smell of fresh bread awakens hunger in my servant and causes that living one to weep. A mother tickles the nose of her babe, that it may wake and seek its food, for it may have fallen asleep hungry, unawares, and on waking it prods her best for milk. I was a treasure, a hidden mercy, so I sent forth a rightly guided, merciful prophet. Every grace that your soul so passionately seeks, I revealed it to you that you might desire it. Topic: Preserving yearning. There are certain servants of God who approach God through the Quran. There are others, the more elect, who come from God only to find the Quran here and realize that God has sent it. Surely we have sent it down, and we will certainly preserve it. The commentators say this refers to the Quran. This is fine, but it can also mean we have placed in you a substance, a desire to seek, a yearning. We take care of it. We will not let it be wasted. We will bring it to fruition. Topic: Many faces. This is what I am, sometimes hidden, sometimes seen, sometimes of the faithful, a Jew or Christian, able to fit into any heart, taking on a new face every day. Topic: The Word of God. Both the denier and the seeker say God, but there is a big difference between the two. The beggar says God for the sake of bread. The lover says God from his soul. If that beggar could distinguish the reality from the mere name, neither less nor more would remain before his eye. Someone talks about God for years. He carries the Quran around like a donkey to get his hay. Had the word on his lips shone forth in his heart, his body would have shivered and disappeared. Topic: The moon just keeps shining. On a moonlit night, what does the moon in the mansion of stars care for dogs and their barking? The dog is doing his job. The moon is smoothly fulfilling her task by means of her bright countenance. Does the dog's barking ever reach the moon's ear, especially that moon divinely appointed? The king drinks wine on the bank of the stream till dawn, and enthralled in the music, is unaware of the croaking of frogs. Topic: Patience is crowned with faith. If you are running away in hope of some relief, in that direction too a calamity comes to meet you. No corner is without wild beasts. There is no rest but in the place where you are alone with God. By God, if you flee into a mouse hole, you will be afflicted by someone who has the claws of a cat. People thrive on fantasy if their fantasies are beautiful, but if their fancies show anything unlovely, they melt away like wax in front of a fire. If amid snakes and scorpions, God keeps you with the imaginings of those who are spiritually fair, the snakes and scorpions will be friendly to you, because that imagination is the elixir that transmutes you copper into gold. Patience is sweetened by this kind of imagination, since in this case the imaginings of relief come to mind. Such relief enters the heart from faithfulness. Weakness of faith is despair and torment. Patience is crowned with faith. Where one has no patience, one has no faith. The prophet said, God hasn't given faith to anyone in whose nature there is no patience. Topic: where should I write? Wherever you are, in whatever circumstances you find yourself, always strive to be a lover, a passionate lover. When love becomes your possession, you will always be a lover. In the grave, at the resurrection, in paradise, forever. When you plant wheat, it will surely be wheat that grows. Wheat will be in the storehouse, and wheat will be in the oven. Majnun wanted to write a letter to Layla, so he took a pen and wrote these verses. Your name is upon my lips, your image is in my eye, the memory of you is in my heart. Where then should I write? Majnun broke the pen and tore up the paper. Many a person whose heart is full of such words is unable to express them in speech, even though he is a lover in quest and longing. That isn't surprising, and it is no hindrance to love, because on the contrary, what matters in love is the heart, and passion, and yearning. An infant loves milk and is nourished and strengthened by it, yet it cannot describe or define or explain what milk is. No matter how much his soul yearns for that milk, the infant is unable to express in words the pleasure it finds in drinking milk or how it suffers if it is deprived of it. A grown man, on the other hand, may be able to explain and describe milk in 1,000 different ways, even though he finds no pleasure or delight in it. Topic: the pull of reality. Reality is what grabs hold of you and pulls you away from mere things. Reality is not what makes you blind and deaf and causes you to cling more tightly. The spiritually blind imagine things that only increase their suffering. The fancies of selflessness are what come to the eyes of visionaries. Topic: saddle or the horse. The blind are a mind of the letters of the Quran. They see the saddle but not the horse. If you can really see, catch the horse that has bolted. How long will you merely mend the saddle? If you catch the horse, you will have the saddle too. Anyone with the spirit of life will not be starved for bread. The back of the horse can carry your wealth and goods, but the pearl of your heart can support 100 people. Get up on the horse barebacked. Isn't that the way of Muhammad? Topic: be with lovers. God commanded in a revelation, O Prophet, stay in the company of lovers. Though the whole world is warmed by your fire, even fire is smothered by ashes. Topic: may nothing be a distraction. God occupied Moses with the affairs of the people. Even though he was at God's command and was totally preoccupied with God, God occupied one side of him with the people's welfare. Khidr, on the other hand, he kept totally preoccupied with himself. At first, the Prophet Muhammad was kept totally preoccupied with himself, but later he commanded him to call the people, counsel them, and rectify their condition. The Prophet wept and lamented, O Lord, what sin have I committed? Why do you drive me from your presence? I have no desire to be involved with people. Then God said, Muhammad, do not grieve, for I will not let you become totally occupied with people. Even in the midst of that involvement, you will be with me. Being with me as you are now will not be lessened one bit while you are occupied with them. In whatever endeavor you are engaged, you will be in complete union with me. Topic: tether your donkey. The donkey of your ego has run off again. You could have tethered it. How long will it run away from the work and the load? How long? Let it bear the burden of patience and thanksgiving, whether for 100 years or for 30 or 20 at least. Topic: The real enemy. If you have subdued your egoism, you no longer have to make excuses. Nobody in the world remains your enemy. If anyone doubts my words about the prophets and saints, and should ask, didn't the prophets subdue their egoism? So why did they have enviers and enemies? Listen, O seeker of truth, let's solve this difficulty and doubt. Those who were deniers were really enemies to themselves. They were striking at themselves the blows that they struck. An enemy is one who strikes at another's life. Someone destroying his own life is not an enemy to others. Topic: Veils of light. The light of God has gradations, 700 veils of light. Behind each veil, a certain class of saints has its place of abode. These veils of theirs ascend, rank by rank, up to the finest leader. Those in the lowest rank, through the weakness of their eyes, can't endure the brighter light, and those at the highest ranks blink at the light that is still more advanced. The light that is the vibrant life of the highest rank is heartache and tribulation to the one who squints. But his squinting little by little subsides until he passes beyond the 700 veils and becomes the ocean of light. Topic: How much are you really eating? It is said that in the time of the Prophet, the companions who know a chapter or half a chapter of the Quran by heart were considered extraordinary and were greatly admired. It was because they devoured the Quran. Now, anyone who can devour a pound or two of bread may be called extraordinary, but a person who just puts bread in his mouth and then, without chewing or swallowing, spits it out could devour thousands of tons like that. It is about someone like that it is said, there is many a reader of the Quran who is cursed by the Quran. That is, someone who is not aware of the real meaning. Topic: Erased. Unless the seeker is absolutely erased, in truth, he will not come into union. Union is not penetrable. It is your destruction. Otherwise, any worthless person would become the truth. Topic: The Darwish is the heart of the world. The Darwish bears hardship, the way iron bears the hammer and the fire. He glows red and happy, chamberlain of the fire. He has an immediate audience with it. Water needs a pot to boil. Having a container allows this conversation between water and fire. Without it, relationship is not possible. But the dervish needs no go in between. The flames touch his very being. He is the heart of the world, because by means of this heart the body attains to its true art. If the heart is not there, how can the body speak? If the heart doesn't seek, how can the body seek and search? The dervish that glows with the fire is the theatre of the holy rays, and so the heart, not the body, is the theatre of God. All lesser hearts are like a body to the heart of the human being whose heart is complete, aligned with its original source. Topic: Our original food. Every soul prefers a different food, but if that food is not its real food, it needs a change. Though the clay eater desires clay, it's not a sign of health, nor is it his natural food. He has lost his natural sense, and his appetite misleads him. Having given up honey to eat poison, he imagines the food of disease to be his nourishment. Our original food is the light of God. Living on material food alone is not for us, but some disease has caused our minds to fall into this delusion that day and night we should eat only that food. We become spiritually pale, weak, and faint. Where is the food of heaven's starry tracks? That is the food of the chosen, food eaten without fork or thought.